Hi everyone, coming up this week we are making gin at Hardshore Distilling Co. Husband and wife Lindsay and Jordan have made Maine their home after spending years in New York City. We're going to share their story, and they're also going to bring us to one of their favorite places, Grace Restaurant, where we're going to make some cocktails using the Hardshore Original Gin. Plus, in this week's Places and Spaces, real estate broker Sara Delisle will bring us to a one-bedroom condo for sale in the West End and provide staging tips to potential sellers.
And this week in music, we are featuring Spencer Albee with songs off his new album, Relentlessly Yours, coming out next month.
Hi everyone, I'm Erin Ovalle.
I'm Kevin Oates.
And you're watching MaineLife.
An echo of an echo is the semblance of a sound, and I press and I've waited with my ear upon the ground. Oh lover, I'll see you there, waiting in the willows with your autumn hair. Oh lover, I'll see you there after many miles.
Hi everyone, welcome to MYRO Studios in downtown Portland with Executive Director Kevin Oates.
How's it going?
Pretty good. We just got back from Micucci's, made some pizza.
Doesn't get any better than that.
No, we will share that secret recipe in just a little bit.
But we have some awesome guests in the studio today. We have Spencer Albee as well as Renee Coolbrith and Scott Mohler. Hi guys.
Nice to see you. Awesome. Let's hear it. Hey friends, before we check in at Micucci's Market, we are right up the street meeting the founders of Hardshore Distilling Co., a husband and wife who moved from New York City to Maine to start their family. They have an awesome story and a tasty product. Let's go check it out.
We are proud to support Maine businesses. Not only are they our customers, they are the lifeblood of our state. Whether they're entrepreneurs who have come here to try to grow a business and make a life, or whether they've been in a sixth-generation business in Maine, we're proud of them all.
So Hardshore Distilling is a really unique place. We really focus on education and figuring out how you most enjoy gin. When you come through our doors, you'll see our 1,200 liter Arnold Holstein still overlooking the tasting room. It really helps create a really crisp, bright spirit. My dog Hudson will definitely be greeting you at the door, so say hello.
It's been fantastic watching Jordan develop the space and come up with dozens of different recipes, trying to get to the original gin. I mean, our kitchen at home looked like a chemistry lab for a while, and it was fun along the way, testing the product too. So now that we get to share it with the Portland community and with our families and friends who come into town to taste it, it's been a wonderful ride.
Our gin is a little bit softer than other gins on the market, and that was really difficult to come and figure out a recipe that was, one, distinctive enough, but two, versatile and able to kind of be a contributor to all the contemporary and classic gin cocktails that people already enjoy. It appeals to a wider range of people. And I think that is really unique and distinctive, and gives us kind of a niche and a reason to be on the bar shelf. So we lived in New York City for about 8 years. Lindsay and I, it was actually during Hurricane Sandy that we both lost power in New York, and we came up to Maine, and it was kind of love at first sight. It's very cosmopolitan of people doing things here that are so high quality and so creative and innovative. It was a really natural fit for us.
Jordan and I had a vision at that point to start the distillery and make sure that we had saved enough to start a business in Maine. The emphasis on family in Maine is fantastic.
Best thing about Maine to me is the incredibly high caliber of activities that people do here. The breweries, the distillers, they really set a high standard for us. We have to play at that level. We have to be just as good, if not better. And so that pushes me to grow and really challenge myself as a distiller. It's a really, really high bar, and that helps motivate us. One of my favorites in Portland is Grace. It's a converted church over in Portland. They were one of the first restaurants to say yes to us and take us onto their bar shelf. They have us on the cocktail menu. They make a really, really delicious cocktail for us with using Hardshore Original Gin, and it's just been a really, really great partnership.
Hey everyone, back here at Micucci's Market, the family is putting me to work today. While we already know they have so many quality products, they are also known for their famous Sicilian slab pizza and Luna bread. And today we are heading back in the bakery to meet the woman behind the magic, Laila. She makes hundreds of pizzas a day, and loyal customers know that at 10:30 the cheese comes out and 11 o'clock the pepperoni. Let's go make some pizza. Hey Uncle Ray. Hey Uncle Guy. How's it going over there? Layla! I'm ready. It smells so good and it is hot.
Yeah, it's very warm back here most days. Today we're going to show you how to make our slabs. What we recommend for people is if they want to make our dough at home, we actually sell it frozen. Yeah, you're doing great.
You should be hired for kids' parties. This is so fun.
It's a pretty long process. It takes about 2 to 3 hours to go from here to the slabs you see over there. Most days we do between 100 and 150. So I'm just loosening up this dough a little bit, make sure it's not stuck to anything. And yeah, we're gonna flip them all over and then we just press.
These bubbles actually are my favorite. When it's
Yeah.
cooked.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts too, is having those big bubbles in it. Yeah.
The bubbles on the crust.
Yeah. And then we just cover them and let them rest for another 10 minutes.
Anna, do you trust me?
I do, completely.
Tell our viewers about the ingredients.
Well, as you know, Erin, we pride ourselves on using the finest ingredients. And for instance, the cheese is a 50-50 blend from Wisconsin. It is a mix of provolone and mozzarella. Tomatoes are fresh. They are packed in the can. They're not from concentrate within hours after they have come off the vine. Look at that cheese. You're doing great. Oil and the spices.
Put this bad boy in the oven.
All right.
We'll see the
Let's pop it in.
Ta-da!
Erin's masterpiece.
Not bad, right? So we talked a little bit about the sauces, Anna, but next week
We're going to Pemberton's where they produce and pack our sauce for us. And we have 4 different kinds. We have the original, the marinara, puttanesca, and vodka.
do you have a one that's more popular than the other, or are they?
They're really all equally as popular.
Can't wait to check that out. It's lunchtime for Erin, and we are now going to head over to Red Bread to check in and meet this week's Game Changer. Welcome back, everyone. Each week we introduce you to innovators and creators all across the state of Maine.
Meet this week's Game Changer.
We support Game Changers because it's the only outlet of its kind that seeks out and celebrates this kind of innovative and creative talent here in Maine.
Our game changer this week is Sara Shifrin from Gould Academy. Sara, you call yourself a teacher that's gone rogue. What does that mean?
So a teacher gone rogue is when you seize an opportunity that's in front of you. And a few years ago I seized the opportunity to really pivot our educational philosophy and move it towards innovation and entrepreneurship for the student experience. And through that process we've integrated design thinking. So it's giving students an opportunity to be designers, to think of themselves as agencies of doers in communities. And you can't do design thinking in a bubble, you need to do it in the community. So using Gould as a physical resource, it's been a great way to bring community members into our resources and to work alongside them, tackling some challenges that Bethel has and also some development opportunities.
And you created Field Guide about 2 years ago or so?
Yeah, Field Guide, along with Burke and Company, we started to notice that there was a need for training people for idea innovation. That there are lots of folks who would like to be entrepreneurs, have great ideas, but there is a part of the training to how to get to your idea that seemed pretty critical. So we integrate the two. We intentionally cross-sector market it, so we're bringing not just educators, but also entrepreneurs, innovators, municipalities, and nonprofits, and really trying to layer that radical collaboration that design thinking is known for and give people that practice of innovation.
So how can people get more involved or learn more?
They can go right to the website, fieldguide.gouldacademy.org. They also can give us a call.
If you had one moonshot and one opportunity long term, what would that look like?
Honestly, I think I have a moonshot and maybe a Mars shot. I think we already have a rocket built for a moonshot and the fuse has been lit. Maine does have a really strong entrepreneurial ecosystem, and that's really helped give life to the training design thinking has built. So there are people on a rocket ship, they are buckled in, the fuse is lit, it's not blasting off yet. Field Guide is a nice on-ramp. And I think my Mars shot is a little longer off, and that's visioning, harnessing the idea of town meetings in the state of Maine. You show up to your town meeting to vote, but perhaps there's also a piece of it where you're designing solutions around some community problems, along with middle school kids and elderly and business people and municipalities and nonprofits, just really bringing all of our ideas, skills, and talents together to solve some of our statewide challenges. So,
thank you.
Moon to Mars.
I love it, and that's why you're a game changer. Thank you, Sara.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jim. I guess I'm just looking for the ideal partner. I love being out in the wild, taking the road less traveled. I want someone who gets along with my friends, someone I can really share my life with. I guess I'm just looking for someone I can really connect with. Hi, I'm Jim. Nice to meet you.
It's your car. Find it at Quirk.
Hi everyone, welcome back. This week in Places and Spaces, we will tour a one-bedroom condo for sale in the West End, which I know you live in that area.
Yes, and I call it the best end, so do a lot of people there, but...
I used to live there back in the day, and there are a lot of quaint spots to check out.
What are some of your personal favorites?
Kayla's Brunch was definitely a good memory for me.
Yep, and for me, it's Pieman Miyake and LFK all the time, so.
And we've got Bonobo Pizza. You can't go wrong there. And we are going to meet real estate broker Sara Delisle right across from Bonobo at Rosemont. Take a look. Sara, we're here at Rosemont Market and Bakery in the West End community, one of 5 locations for them, and one spot that really makes living in this neighborhood so special and unique.
Yes, it's one of the many desirable things about the West End. You can come here and pick up wine, cheese, or get a sandwich, or get your own local produce to take home and cook yourself. We're also right across the street from Bonobo, down the street's Omni Coffee, and then there's various restaurants around, so there's a lot of really nice, exciting things around this area.
A few weeks ago, we talked to your colleague, Britt Vitalius, about the India Street neighborhood and the East End community. Are you seeing that the market here in the West End is just as hot?
Definitely. It's a different kind of buyer in the West End. It's a little bit quieter.
Are things going fast?
Things are going just as fast here in the West End. We're seeing multiple offers over the asking price, 3 days, maybe.
So we're checking out one of your listings,
Yes.
which is a one-bedroom, under $300,000.
Correct. Yep, on Lewis Street, which is a really quiet street with a private deck and a really sweet area, the West End.
Great. Let's go check it out.
Okay, so this is 18 Lewis Street.
Nice.
One of 4 units in this association. We have 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It's about 700 square feet, and right now we're in the beautiful kitchen.
So in a smaller space, what do you tell buyers and sellers to do to prepare for their showings?
less is better. Getting rid of anything unnecessary, leaving the functional things like a toaster oven, but otherwise the countertop should be totally clear and empty. Basically just declutter what you have. You know, the kitchen is really sort of the heart of this condo, I would say, and they spend a lot of time here. So, you know, you walk in and you have this welcoming table with plates set up and wine glasses, so a buyer can really picture themselves here in this spot.
So as we walk through, tell our viewers about the staging class that you went to and some tips that you would give us that are represented here in this space.
Like I said, neutral colors is huge. You don't want to do any reds or yellows or anything too bold.
Like the pop of blue here on the steps. That's very charming.
Nice neutral blue, and then you walk in here and you've got couches are a neutral color.
Feels comfortable and cozy, and they did a good job again with their built-ins and a lot of storage as we saw in the kitchen.
So it's a small space, but it functions really well.
And the light, the natural light, is a huge bonus.
So we have a private deck where you can grill, and then a community space to just sit. There's flowers around in the spring and summer, and it's a really nice, quiet, private spot.
And a parking spot.
Yes, and a parking spot.
A must.
It's huge.
Especially in the winter.
Yes, especially.
Well, thank you for showing it. It must be fun. This is a great part of your job to kind of come in and check out new places and spaces.
Definitely.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah. Welcome to Grace Restaurant, the former Chestnut Street Methodist Church, built in 1856. Owner Ann Verrill did a phenomenal job transforming and renovating this historic landmark back in 2009. We are behind the bar at Grace Restaurant with bartender Nikki Bates. You've been here almost a year or so. How do you like working here?
I love working here. Ann's put together a really great staff. The restaurant tends to focus on, local products, which I love, meats, produce, as well as spirits.
So let's talk about the spirits. We have Hardshore Original Gin. Owners of Hardshore Distilling, Lindsay and Jordan, are big fans of Grace Restaurant, and you're big fans of theirs. You have a drink on the menu that was inspired by their gin, and it is Let There Be Light. I just have to give your signature cocktail menu a shout out, a little tongue-in-cheek here. We've got Holier Than Thou, Let There Be Light, A Walk in the Clouds, Redemption. I like where you're going with it. So tell us a little bit about what is in Let There Be Light and what inspired you.
So already in here we have a little bit of Cointreau, some lemon juice, a lemon saffron shrub, and a splash of simple syrup. And we are just gonna add some of the Hardshore gin right into that mix. And we're going to give it a little shake if you'd like to assist with that.
Oh God, I'm putting my bartending skills to the test. Awesome. Well, I'm happy to serve it with you, Nikki.
Yeah,
Thank
enjoy.
you. So cheers to Grace Restaurant supporting local entrepreneurs and local products, and cheers all the best to Hardshore Distilling.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having us.
Cheers, guys. Each week on MaineLife, we have a segment called Maine Tales, where we ask viewers to submit videos and pictures of their furry friends. This week, meet Winston. And thank you to Winston's dad, Derek Miller, for sending in those photos and videos. Winston is a very special dog to us. He's kind of like our adopted nephew. But we'd also like to give a shout out to Falmouth Veterinary Hospital, who takes care of Winston. Dr. Graves over there also takes care of little Baxter. So they're awesome. Thank you so much for a chance to be featured on MaineLife. We would like to see your furry friends. Submit them to info@mainelifemedia.com.
And we are here with more music from Spencer Albee. This song's off his self-titled album called California's Calling.
Curl your fist up, hating and you roll on the floor. Throw a queen-size temper tantrum like you don't know any other way. Past regrets and lack of vision come into play. Let's admit we don't know what we're saying. Let's just try again some other day. On and on with the setting sun. I can't see without my glasses on. People
Our special guest this week is a former client, counselor, and advocate for affordable reproductive healthcare services. She's been a supporter of Maine Family Planning for many years, an organization which helps fund and support over 45 health centers across the state. Meet Liz Hayes.
Maine Family Planning provides well-woman health exams, birth control, STD screenings, cancer screenings for cervical and breast cancer. It also provides training for teachers to teach sexuality education, and it does public advocacy in the State House. For a lot of women, this is their only health care, and how important it is that they have the kind of services of high quality, low cost, but also very compassionate care for this sort of sensitive, sort of personal reason to be going to a doctor.
And throughout the state, you service over 17,000 women, over 3,000 men. Most recently, there have been some funding scares or challenges and maybe some misconceptions. Maybe you can talk a little bit about what you guys are going through right at this moment.
The biggest challenge right now is obviously that we hear the word defunding, and that is the greatest concern about that the federal and state dollar is going to be taken away from supporting family planning. And most family planning clinics, that is the majority of their budgets. So by defunding family planning is really removing clinical services. It's not about abortion services, because that's not even paid for with those dollars. A lot of stories, I think, again, a lot about detecting early incidences of cervical cancer with pap smears and treating that early in terms of before becoming cancer. Maine Family Planning will have the 4th annual Birds and the Bees Spring Soiree. The theme is the Birds and the Bees Go to Broadway, and we'll be featuring a local band called Shadow Play. We'll have delicious hors d'oeuvres. We'll have an exciting silent auction and camaraderie around the issue of family planning. Everybody who supports Maine Family Planning will be there together. So
great. Well, thank you for all the work that you do.
Okay.
We hope to see you on May 6th. And once again, thank you to Liz Hayes and the many people working on this important issue.
And we have one final song from Spencer Albee called Swept Me Off My Feet.
Have a great day.
Take care.